Now book reading. Reproduction and modification in plants. Fertilization. Through pollination, pollen grains reach stigma. What do you mean by pollen grains? Pollen grain is the male part of the flower. Stigma means female reproductive part of the flower. The male part of the flower reach the female part is called pollination. Which process? Through pollination process. What happens to them after this? Substances produced on the stigma. Where it is present? The stigma is present in the female reproductive part of the flowers. Causes pollen grains to germinate. During the germination, a tube develops from the pollen grains. What develops? A tube develops from the pollen grains that carries male gametes. The pollen grains, male part of the flower. That one produce a tube-like structures. Produce through the tube only male gametes taken to reach the female gamete. That ultimately reaches female gamete inside the ovary through the style. Inside the ovary through the style. Male gamete fuses with the female gamete to form zygote. This process is known as fertilization. Which process? The male gamete fuses with the female gamete. That process is known as fertilization. Already learnt in previous class, no? The fertilization and pollination process only involved in reproduction of the plant. In this paragraph, we discuss about the pollination and fertilization. What do you mean by pollination? Pollen grains reach the stigma of a flower is called pollination. Substances produced. What are the substances after that pollination? What are the substances produced? The stigma causes pollen grain. Stigma means male part of the flowers. That causes pollen grains to germinate. The pollen grains germinate no. That time a tube develops from the pollen grains. Through the tube only male gametes taken to reach the female gamete of the flower. Where it is reached? Ovary of the female part. Male gamete fuses with the female gamete to form zygote is known as fertilization. To form zygote is known as fertilization. Here we discuss about the life cycle of a seed. First we want to produce new plant means what do you do? We plant the trees. Otherwise we put the seed. The seed develops into, germinate into a new plants. The plants mature after produce flowers. Mature after produce what? Flowers. The seed grow after. Which one produced? Plants. Plants produce flowers. Here we see the stamen, that one male part of the flower. The tip of the stamen, pollen grain is present. The tip of the stamen what present? Pollen grain is present. Here we see the anther. This also male reproductive part of the flower. Where the anther present? Inside the pollen grain contains the anther. The powdery like substance, no. That only anther. The sperm nuclei also present in the anther. This only male reproductive part of the flower. The male part of the flower through the process pollination that won't reach the female flower. How will reach? The pollen grains reach the stigma of the flower. The tip of the ovary having no. The bulge-like structure, that only stigma. Stigma means female reproductive part of the flower. Enter through the stigma. Where it comes, the tube-like structure, through the style it will comes and reach the bulge-like structure, the ovary. Here only fertilization takes place. What do you mean by fertilization? The male gamete fuses with the female gamete to form zygote. After fertilization, what will happen? The fruit will form. Inside the fruit, What is present inside the fruit? The seed will present. The seed grow into a new plants. This process continuously going on. Where is this female gamete? Inside the ovary. Small rounded structure, ovules are present. Inside the female gametes, ovary is present. That ovary inside what present? Ovule are present. Ovules are present. In these ovules, female gamete is present. Ovary after ovule, no, inside that ovule only female gamete present. Inside the ovule only. To know more about this, we should cut ovary of a flower in longitudinal and transverse way. That means LS and TS of an ovary. We want to more know about this one. Which one? The ovary. We want to LS. LS means longitudinal section. That means நீள்வெட்டு தோற்றம். This only longitudinal section. Here we see what is present. The outer part ovary bulge-like bulge-like structure present. After that ovary, inside ovule present. Inside the ovule only female gametes present. Here only fertilization takes place. After that, the seed will produced. Here you see now, so many seeds. This only after fertilization takes place. After fertilization, the seed will produce this one. Next one, transverse section of an ovary. TS means transverse section. Transverse section means குறுக்குவெட்டு தோற்றம். We see the TS of an ovary. What will see? Here, the seeds also present. The bottom-like structure cut into transverse way. The main difference between LS and TS of a flower and also LS and TS of an ovary. What is see? We see here LS of an ovary. The seeds are present. The seed also grow into new plants. Why? The seed are present full seeds. No damage for the seeds. If you cut a longitudinal section, there is no damage. There is nothing damage for the seeds. The seed present inside the ovary. But in transverse section, the seed also cut into small pieces. Transverse section, you put the seed means there is nothing to develop. The seed will not grow into new plants. This only main difference between LS and TS of an ovary. Cut a ovary of a flower both vertically and horizontally. Observe the ovules. Compare the ovary and ovules from few different flowers. Are there one or more ovules present? Can you see any connection between the number of ovules in the ovary and the number of seed in each fruit? Yeah, having some difference. Now we discuss one by one. What are the difference? We see the next. Collect some fruits, tomato, brinjal and lady's fingers. This one fruit, vegetable. Next, mango, bees and custard apple and observe. You can see some green part above brinjal and lady's fingers. What are they? Already we discussed in previous class, no? What is mean by green part? The green part is called? Very good, chappal only. This chappal present after that fruit part also. The brinjal and lady's fingers having that green part that present up to the fruit also. Compare mango and custard apple. Comparison between mango, custard apple and bees. The mango having single seed. Custard apple having many seeds. Bee is also having many seeds. All these are single fruits. But custard apple has many small part in it. What do you mean by custard apple? Very good. That one, Sitapalam. Can you see that one? What do you see? Inside that fruit, some granule-like structure. White color part present. That white color part only eatable part. White color part what inside what present? The seed is present. That only here given. Many small part in it, each with a seed. Mango has a single seed and bees has many seed. What do you understand from the above observation? What do you understand? Custard apple and bees have many seeds. These two also many seeds. But in mango have single seed only. A green part above fruits of brinjal and lady's fingers are chapel of a flower. Brinjal and lady's fingers, fruit after also which one present? Chapel is present in the flower. In some after fertilization, chapel will not fall from fruit and remain or persist with fruit. What do you understand from this paragraph? In the brinjal and lady's fingers, the chapel present in the fruit part also. Persist means continue. Next we discuss about the custard apple. Custard apple. It is made up of many fruits aggregate together. Aggregate means join together. Each fruit part is thin. Each fruit part is thin. The delicate membranous like structure white color part no. That only here given. Membranous with some granules like which is edible. Which part edible? Thin membrane like structure no. White color part that only edible part. Next we discuss about the mango fruit. Outer skin and middle pulpy are edible. Outer skin part and middle pulpy part are edible and also sweet. Innermost part with single seed, that only mango. Next we discuss about P part. B means patani. Fruit is not fleshy but forms a covering pouch. That pouch inside many seeds are present. This only P. In all above fruits, ovary, a lowermost swollen part of pistil, develops into a fleshy fruit. Ovules present inside the ovary gets transformed into a seeds. Hence now with these observations, shall we list the changes taken place in a flower after fertilization? These are collectively said to be post-fertilization changes. After fertilization, what will happen? That only here discuss. Post-fertilization changes are, what are the changes takes place in after fertilization? Shall we discuss one by one? Calyx sometimes persist with fruit. After fertilization, what are the changes takes place? The calyx sometimes persist. Calyx means the two sepal part having no in the flower. That one persist mean continue. Example, calyx sometimes persist with fruit also. Example which one? Lady's finger and brinjal. Next, petals wither or fall off. Continue or fall off. Androecium fall off. Androecium means male part of the flower fall off. Pistil remain and develops into a fruit. Pistil means female part of the flower. Style and stigma fall off. This also where it is present. It is present in the female reproductive part of the flower. Ovary enlarges to store food materials. Ovary enlarges. What will happen? To store food materials and develops into a fruit. Ovules present inside the ovary. That only develops into a seeds. The seed grow into a new plants. Do you know? What do you know? The largest and heaviest seed is double coconut. The largest and heaviest seed is double coconut. A single seed may have 12 inches long, nearly 3 feet in circumference. Weight 18 kilogram. This one largest seed in the world. Which one? Double coconut. Smallest seed orchids. Smallest seed orchids. The orchid have the smallest seeds in the plant kingdom. 35 million seeds may weight only about 25 gram. This only smallest seed in the world. Which one largest seed? Double coconut. Which one smallest seeds? Orchids only. Now material reading. First question. Ginger is considered to be a stem, not a root. Why? Gingers grow under the soil. Where it grow? Ginger grow under the soil. It is not a root. It is a modified stem. It has definite growth and grows vertically. Which one grows vertically? The root part grows vertically. The root part only grows vertically. But the stem part grows horizontally. Roots are thick and swollen, but ginger is a thick stem with nodes and internodes. Which part is edible in ginger? Stem part only edible in ginger. So, ginger is a thick stem with nodes and internodes. So, ginger is considered as a stem, not a root. The stem part only grow into new plant. So, ginger is considered to be a stem, not a root. Second question, write about the post-fertilization changes. Calyx sometimes persist with fruit. That means calyx means chappal. Persist means continue with the fruit itself. Example, brinjal and lady's finger. Calyx sometimes persist with fruit. Petals wither or fall off. Androecium fall off. Androecium means male part of the flower fall off. Pistil means female part of the flowers. Pistil remains and develops into a fruit. Style and stigma fall off. Style and stigma, where it is present? It is present in the female reproductive part. Style and stigma also fall off. Ovary enlarges to store food materials and develops into a fruit. Ovary that enlarges its size. That inside what present? Food material present. Food material present inside the ovary. Ovules present inside the ovary. Ovule only produce seeds. Ovules present inside the ovary develops into seeds. Third question, draw and label the structure of LS and TS section of an ovary. LS means longitudinal section. TS means transverse section. Here you see the picture. Draw and label the parts of LS and TS of an ovary. What are the parts present? Ovary, ovule, pedicel. Inside the ovule what present? The seed is present. Next, assignment, class work and home test. First question, ginger is considered to be a stem, not a root. Why? Write about the post-fertilization changes. Write about the post-fertilization changes. Third question, draw and label the structure of LS and TS section of an ovary. Draw and label the structure of LS and TS section of an. I hope all of you understood this class. The remaining part will be continued in the next class.